To everyone, thank you very much for joining us on this another episode of Earthworks Hub on our Sunday live sessions where we connect the industry. It is the 23rd of February, and if anyone was watching some of my posts, or if anyone saw my Facebook in particular, I got a lot of birthday wishes this week. I actually turned 47 years old. I'm an old man now. I feel a bit older. Don't know if I'm wiser, but older. So 47. I had my birthday last week. I think it was Thursday. We celebrated this weekend. I had a few family members over. Nothing big. I think when you get to 45 and onwards, I think you sort of don't really celebrate it as much. Like a lot of people are saying, oh, what are you going to do? Are you going to have everyone over? Are you going out for drinks? To be honest, I couldn't be bothered. I don't know if it's just me, but I think a lot of guys my age, once you get to the 40s, 50s, and it's not as exciting anymore. And we don't really want to go out and be in crowds and drinking and this. I don't know. It's not my thing anymore. But yes, this week I had my birthday, so that's some big news in my eyes anyway. And this episode goes out to, or is actually dedicated to, one of our sponsors, Digga. So you can probably see their stickers in the back here. So Digga, one of my sponsors, they provide, by judging by their name, lids for diggers. So basically they provide all those little covers that you can put on, temporary covers on top of your little 1.7 tonners and that. They also do seat covers, they do little phone holders and all sorts of stuff like that. So Digga, one of my long-term sponsors, so this is dedicated to them. If you want any products, you can use my code EWorksHub and get a discount on their site. And if you want to find out where the site is, go to my website, earthworkshub.com.au, click on the Digga link on their partner section, and it'll take you through to their site, and then you can make purchases there. Use my code EWorksHub. So thank you to Digga, one of my current sponsors. Also, we've got plenty of other sponsors. They're all going to be listed in the description. So at the end of the video, they'll be all listed on the bottom in the description section. And make sure you go and use those discounts. So I've also been doing a lot of promoting for Earth Moving Warehouse. They're opening up a depot here in Melbourne as well now, so they're going to be able to give you their products a lot quicker out in Melbourne. And I've been spruiking their code, so that's EWorksHub. So if you go onto the Earth Moving Warehouse website, you'll use EWorksHub, or if you come into the store, just say EWorksHub and you'll get an instant discount on all their products. And Moasur's just joined, so the same thing with Moasure. You get a discount when you go in there, mention my name. So anyway, look out, those details are all in the description. There you go. All right, I won't harp on too much about that, but thank you to all the sponsors. And if anyone's interested in sponsoring or partnering with me, also hit me up and we'll talk about it. All right, so tonight I am not going to go on about a particular topic. I was going to leave it open to everyone. So it's been a bit of a hit. People are saying they love it, that I'm just letting them come on and talk. So I'm going to leave it as an open slather. Everyone can sort of ask questions and we can talk about their little things. I can see already a lot of guys have actually been putting up some topics. So let me go back and scroll through some of those. And then what we'll do as well is I'll answer some of these questions with everybody's help, of course. And what we'll do is after we answer those questions, if someone wants to jump on, also feel free. So a couple of shout outs here to people that have jumped on. We've got Andrew Zara, Drew Excavation, Walsh, Earth Movers, Valley Retaining, Jenna Troy, Bear Earthworks, Earth Solutions, I should say, Propag Civil, TR Society, yes, he's joined as well, Godings, M. Attard, Rock Cultures, Jack Healy, Propag, Sydney Rockwell, everyone's on here. All right, so let me go back. Someone asked a couple of questions here about tracks, I think it was. Drew Excavation, the man with all the questions. He's always asking questions, which is good. That's what we want. We want everyone to ask questions. So Drew's saying, if you was to buy a 6-ton machine, would it be better off to get metal tracks or rubber tracks? So an 8-ton excavator. Oh, sorry, he means 8-tonner. So on an 8-ton excavator, would he be better off with metal or rubber tracks? Let's go, man. Let's help this kid out. Mitchell Morgan has said metal tracks with rubber pads. And yes, M. Attard said the same thing, steel tracks with rubber. Someone told me I don't look a day past 21. Who's that? BMG, Earth Moving, thank you. Yeah, you gotta celebrate your 50th. That's true. I'll do something big at 50. Who else is there? Oh, that's it. Yeah, so we've got a few comments there. if I can throw my 10 cents in on that topic, I had an 8-tonner. I had a Komatsu PC78, and I did exactly what the other guys are saying. Even Walsh Earth Movers is saying, yeah, metal with rubber. On my 8-tonner, I got the metal tracks and just put rubber pads on there. That way, you're not likely to ever really take the pads off. Everyone says, you got the choice then, you can take them off. You know what, once they're on, not many of us actually take them off. Everyone just ends up leaving them on. So, in my opinion, I would say just get the metal with rubber pads. But then again, in saying that, if you're not likely to take them off, then I suppose there's nothing really stopping you from just putting rubber tracks on there. So if you look at a lot of these Yanmar 10-tonners that are coming out, a lot of them come out just with rubber tracks. So, if you're going like on material that's very rocky, or if you're going to be doing, like demolition and tracking over all sorts of rubbish, then maybe just metal's good. Or you can put the rubber pads on just to give yourself that bit of an option that when you're tracking in and out of that site, you can track down the concrete footpath, track on the road and such, So that is my opinion on the type of track I would have on an 8-tonner. So hopefully that answered your question, Mr. Drew Excavation. What did he say last time? The cash jobs only. I love that. Cash jobs only. That's what he came up with. There was actually, I should actually dedicate this episode to you and call it cash jobs only. Anyway, all right. So that's my response to that. What else did we do? So while people are asking questions, Lewis Earth Moving, thanks for joining. I went to an old car swap meet, like a car part swap meet. I don't know if anyone's been to those, but in the old days, that was the old marketplace. So now you've got Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree and all that. In the old days, a bit of age showing here, we used to go to the swap meets. So every weekend they'd have a swap meet on somewhere where people would open up little stalls and they'd sell car parts, parts from cars they've either stripped down or whatever, probably stolen. But yeah, we could go there and buy lots of car parts and for a cheap price. So I haven't been to one for years, but now that I'm doing up this Tirana, so I'm doing up an LC Tirana. If anyone doesn't know, it's a Holden LC Tirana. Look it up. All the young guys are probably like, what is that? A Holden LC Tirana. That's what I'm doing up at the moment. And I went to one of these swap meets on the weekend thinking, we'll see what's there. There wasn't much there, to be honest. I think Marketplace is killing that. But it was nice to go and see some old guys still trying to do the old way, like sell stuff there. And actually there was a lot of young guys there, a lot of pickers, like older pickers and stuff. So I think the swap meets are probably dying off a bit, but it was good to go and see. I'm looking for parts for my LC Tirana. So if anyone knows anyone selling Tirana parts, especially seats, interior stuff, let me know, yeah? So that's what I want. Yeah, Drew Excavations is saying it's the best Holden built. That's it, man. That's it. Yeah. Hey, I like you more and more, mate. Good guy. All right. So Hannaford's Plant Hire on TikTok has a question. Just started out a hire company. Who is the best insurance company to go with good liability? You know what? I think, now On Grade's bagging me, saying it's not an Earthworks live, now it's a Car Mechanics live. Yeah, true. We're changing it up a bit. So Hannaford's saying, who's the best insurance to go with? You know what? I went through IMAR, which is IMAR, for my insurances. So other guys can put their opinions in as well. But you've got Chevron insurance. So actually, if you look back about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I did a whole podcast with a guy from John Dempsey from Chevron Insurance. So go and have a look at that video, and John actually gives a lot of good advice on insurance for your business. So they specialize in transport and machinery. So yeah, definitely go and talk to John from Chevron Insurance, or go watch that video, which is on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. And I think he deals with NTI. So Walsh Earth Movers is saying try NTI, and I think he was talking about them. I think that he's one of their biggest customers that they spruik for. So yeah, definitely go and have a look at that episode. And ProPag Civil is saying have a chat to a good insurance broker. Yeah, so yeah, Chevron Insurance, one of the companies that I've interviewed here just recently. They're on our website, so if you want to find out their details, go to earthworkshub.com.au Go to businesses, click on insurance, and you'll find Chevron in there. And they also do finance as well, so a good company to get in touch with. All right, no, good questions, man. I like this. This is what we need. People need to know this stuff because it does make a difference. And he's saying, Hannafords is saying thank you. He'll give them a buzz. Yeah, beautiful. No worries. Glad to help. But yeah, definitely get in touch with them. I used IMAR, which I think got taken over by, I think they're now called AJG or Gallagher or something like that. I think they're called Gallagher now. So they got taken over. But that's who I used in the past. But now Chevron are the ones. So there you go. All right. Make sure you mention Earthworks Hub as well. They might look after you. Might give you a bit of a better deal. No guarantee, but they might give you a better deal. Anyway, all right. So that's good. Very, very good. On grade 145 is saying Position Partners now have renamed to Aptella. A fun fact. It's funny you say that because I spoke to a guy that he said that he told me a while back. He was a grader operator and he was talking about how he used to use all their products. But he was saying they've changed and he was always wondering why they changed their name. But I don't know what happened. I don't know if they got bought out or if they changed it because they were having issues maybe. I don't know. It'd be a very, very good question to ask actually. Why did they change name? If anyone knows, let us know. But I did notice that change. And I don't know if it's Position Partners that changed. I think all of Topcon changed to Aptella. I think they actually changed all of it changed its name. I'm not sure. Yeah, there must be something behind the scenes. Yeah, definitely. That's what my friend was actually referring to. But yeah, there is apparently some behind the scenes issues. All right, so we've got another question here. And this young fella did ask me this question offline and said he was going to ask tonight. So he just said this to me before as well. What's everyone's thoughts on Takeuchi Positraks? So Mitchell Morgan, 500, is asking, what's everyone's opinion on the Takeuchi Positraks? I know there's a couple of guys, for a fact I know some of the guys here have those. And he's talking about the TL230 in particular. So he was saying, that he wants to know what everyone's opinion is. I know Sydney Rockwell's got one, Charlie Little Bear's got Takeuchi, a few guys have got them. So yeah, it'd be interesting to hear your opinions, guys. And Tilt Rotator Society is saying Aptella changed the name for applications and constellation, hence Aptella. Ah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, we always think there's something bad, don't we? Anyway, but no, that's good. Thanks for letting us know. So what do you guys think about the Takeuchis? Drew Excavations is saying they're good. That'd be interesting to see what other people say as well. Drew's saying for log grabs, his boss has got one. So he's got a Takeuchi as well. And good for grabbing logs and stuff. There you go. So I think they're like a 64 horsepower or 70 horsepower I think they've got. A TL230. I was looking that up a bit earlier. I think they're a 70 horsepower. They weigh about 3.7 tons, something like that. And I think that's probably an in-the-middle type of machine. So if you're looking at that model in particular. But let's see what everyone else says. Anyone that's got a Takeuchi, please let us know. It'd be interesting to hear. RecordTime has joined as well. There you go. Thanks for joining, Curtis. Who else is on here? On grade 145 is asking, have you tried the new Cat 265 skid steer? Has anyone tried the new Cat 265? I know a lot of guys have tried the 255. What's his name? Des Bell. So Bell Earth Moving, he's actually just bought one and posted up recently that he got that. I got to sit in one when they first released them at the last Diesel Dirt and Turf, but I didn't get to use it. I just got to sit in it. So comfortable, it looked very comfortable, but I haven't actually sat in one. So it'd be interesting to see what people say about that. So the 265, these are all the new Nexgen skid steers, Positraks, whatever you want, track loaders. I have to get used to saying that. I always say Positrack for everything, but skid steer is one thing, track loader is another. It's hard because we always just use the words that, for example, everyone says Bobcat. Everyone goes, oh, what's that? What's that Bobcat? But they're not. Bobcat's just a brand name. It's not actually a Bobcat. It's actually a skid steer or a track loader. Yeah, exactly, a CTL. So it's funny how we use those things. You know, what's some other things that we say? I'll tell you some other things. We say texter for a marker. We say texter, but texter is just a brand name of a marker that used to be out. So they're actually called a marking pen, but we call them texter. So while we're talking, let's see what other things we come up with. What else do we call things that aren't really what they are? We just call them by the brand. Now, let's go. So yeah, compact track loader is the one. If anyone can give us some advice, yeah, on the 265, has anyone used it? All right, let's go. Who wants to join in? Let's have a look. Send me a request if you do want to join in. Little Bear Earthworks has joined. I believe he's had a very busy day today. TR Society is saying an esky. Exactly. We call an esky, which is what, a cooling box. What's the actual real name for it? We call them just an esky automatically, but they're not actually. That's just a brand name. ADM Civil has joined. Little Bear went on a camp. What do you call it, for camp quality drive today? It'd be interesting to hear about that. If you want to jump on and tell us how you went, let us know. Yeah, if anyone on Instagram wants to jump on, jump on. Mitchell Morgan saying Brett should join. I think we probably should get Brett on. TR Society, if you want to join, let me know, because I know the other day we tried to get you on, but I couldn't get sound. Definitely jump on, man. Definitely jump on. Oh, if he's in New Zealand, it's a bit chilly. Oh, sorry, in New Zealand they're called a chili bin. There you go, man. There you go. Different words for different things. Yeah, on grade 145, Brett Pickering. I've tried to get Brett on. No, it's not Brett Pickering. No, it's not. No. It's Brett from Tilt Rotator Society. Tilt, that's his name, sorry. He is a... Am I allowed to say steel wrist on here? He's a steel wrist rep. So yeah, no, not Brett Pickering. No, but I have tried to get Brett Pickering on, but yeah, he's just he says he's always busy and doesn't like the limelight. So yeah, who else is on here? Plastube has joined. There you go, guys. Plastube. I'll point to it right there. That's one of the Plastube products right there behind me. Mitchell Morgan is saying about to put the kids to bed. Oh no, TR Society is saying he's about to put the kids to bed. Okay, all right. Terra Pro has joined. I can't speak anymore. Yeah, you want to join, guys? Yeah, if anyone wants to jump on Instagram, please do so, because what have we got? We've still got plenty of time, man. So if you want to jump on, jump on. Plastube's the cowboy tonight. That's right. I got the old cowboy hat up there. It actually fits perfectly on there. So I had to do that. On grade is saying get the Bole CEO on here, hey. The Bole CEO. Why would I do that? Has something happened? Let me know why. Let me know. Hey, ADM Civil has joined. Did you guys know that Alex and I share the same birthday? We found out on Thursday that we both share the same birthday, and exactly 10 years apart, I believe we worked out. So there you go. Makes me feel even older. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, jump on. Alex, come and tell us about your birthday. Little Bear, who else was on there? Shane, there was a few people on. Anyone that wants to come on, doesn't have to be always the regular guys. Whoever wants to join in on Instagram, jump on and let's chat. I'm not going to bust chops, so if you want to come on, come on. If not, don't stress. But yeah, come on if you feel like it. Tell us what's been happening. Yeah, on grade 145 is suggesting we get the Bole CEO on here. Jump on and tell us. Oh, you got to be on. Yeah, you've got to be on Instagram though. Sorry, on grade. If you've got a Instagram account, jump over and then jump on, and everyone on TikTok will still see you anyway. There you go. Godings is saying, when you guys purchase a new machine, rank in importance the purchase price, interest rates, or warranty. Ooh, I like it. All right, so to everyone that's watching, all the viewers, when you're buying a new machine, what do you rank, or what's your priority here? The purchase price, the interest rates, or the warranty? What's out of those three things? What do you sort of focus on the most? What do you focus on the most, guys? It'll be interesting to hear everyone's opinions. You guys start and then I'll start. Oh, Walsh Earth Movers, as I said, backup service. So obviously they look at the dealerships and look at their backup service. That's right, very good. Hannaford's Plant Hire on TikTok is saying all of them. He bought a cat. Drew Excavation is saying if you was to buy one brand. He would buy one brand for everything. Jack Healy is saying all outranked by comfort and reliability. So I suppose it depends on the machine itself. ProPag is saying all crushed by dealer backup. And Mitchell Morgan is saying the biggest one for him would be dealer support. It's funny how everyone's saying dealer support. So I suppose everyone looks at what support they get after they buy. So it's all the after sales. And Drew Excavation is saying what would, and then it cut off. So he's going to come back to us, I hope, and finish that sentence. What would... I don't know what you're saying. But yeah, what about price? Would you put price over warranty? Or would you say warranty is also just as important as price? And what about finance? Like if the company a dealer offers finance or better finance rates than other dealers, would that make a difference? I suppose that makes a difference. A lot of people look at that. So if there's a dealer that's offering 0% finance, a lot of guys might jump on that. So Jenna Troy is saying a 255 and 265 are new machines that have significant increases in torque, lift height, just to mention a few things. Yeah, so you're going back to that question about the 265. So yeah, they do have a lot of upgrades. And Jenna Troy is saying he would put the 265 up against the 299. There you go. That's a big call. Yeah, the 299s are massive. They're a massive machine. Yeah. There you go. All right. What else? Does anyone want to jump in? Anyone want to join on? Come on, it'll be exciting. And it'll actually be a good test. Godings is saying thank you to everyone. Moe has joined. Moe, thanks for joining. Somebody's asking me to join on TikTok. No, I can't have a TikTok guest because then nobody will see that. You'll have to come across to Insta and then jump on. Whoop. Let's go. Terra Pro wants to join me. Let's go, Toe. This will be interesting. Hello.
Hey, mate.
How are you, buddy? All right?
Good, you?
Yeah, good, mate. Good. So we've got Shane from Terra Pro here. First of all, I just want to double check. Can you actually hear me clearly?
Yeah, this time, yeah.
Okay, very
Actually,
good.
no,
Very good.
I could hear you. You couldn't hear me.
Yes, yeah. So what I've done, I've actually disconnected all microphones and gone to no mic, just straight with the phone, straight with the computer, and it works.
How
So
good.
spent all these thousands on bloody technology and ended up with nothing.
Yeah, well, now you can't do your sound effects, though.
I know. I'll have to find some way.
Yeah,
I'll
you'll
find
have
it.
to sell it all and buy a drum kit. Boom.
I will. I'll have to. Yeah, definitely. So, just a quick question to everyone on TikTok. Anyone on TikTok, can you hear Shane and myself? Can you hear both of us? If you guys can just confirm that, please. Let me know if you can hear both. Oh, someone said yes. So you can hear both of us on TikTok. That is fantastic. It's working.
Yeah.
It's working. Yeah,
Good
it just
stuff.
means that when I do upload it, maybe the sound won't be like a microphone, but you know what? It still sounds good anyway. So
It's good enough.
yeah, it is. Yeah, you know what? And all of my guests, I sort of realized that, you know what? All my guests don't have microphones, and I still post it, and it works all right. So what's the difference then, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So anyway, but it works. It works. That's good. Good news. Good news. And now people on TikTok can see and also ask questions, which is good. We're getting more evolved. My next goal is to try and get YouTube Live attached to all this and Facebook Live. So I want to be able to go live across everything. So all at once.
All at once. You
All
need
at
to have
once.
like Inception. You're gonna have like screens looking at screens.
That's what's gonna happen, I reckon. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But I'm working
How
on it. I'm
good.
not far off. I've got a few things in the background, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah. Awesome.
So,
Who was the bloke that I've missed the first 20 minutes, so I'm not sure what you've been talking about tonight, but
yeah, you're right.
when you were doing the live the other night, Friday night, bought a grater blade.
Yeah.
Was it a bloke
That was Hayden. Yeah, Hayden from Kinghorn Excavations.
Kinghorn? Yeah,
Kinghorn.
gotcha.
Yeah, so Hayden bought a six-way blade for his 259 for a cat.
Yeah.
I think he bought it's actually a cat box blade, not a box blade, just a six-way
Yeah.
dozer blade. And then yeah, he said he's going to give it a go, and I think he's trying to get GPS hooked up with it and stuff like that. So it'd be
That's
interesting to
right. Yeah,
see.
you're saying he's going to get top hats?
Yeah, so he's working on that at the moment. He was telling me, so it'd be interesting to see what the outcome is and if he's enjoying it, because it's the way a lot of guys are going with those little track loaders.
Yeah, I wanted to see how he ended up with that. Just because been talking to a few people now, or have met a few people that have running, the proper greater blade
Yeah,
attachments,
yeah,
like Jack Healy and ProScope, the guy I was doing some stuff with
yeah,
recently. And yeah, I just wanted to see what like might be a comparison between like a greater blade attachment versus just the dozer blade, like a push blade.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I think what did Hayden say? The reason he didn't buy a box blade is because he had to get into tight little spaces and stuff because he works a lot in like little commercial buildings. So I think he wanted to
gotcha.
be able to push right up to the wall and
Yeah,
in the
okay.
corners.
Oh,
So
well, there you go.
that's what I find a lot of guys with the box blades and that they find it probably a bit harder to do the real tight access things.
Sure.
Yeah, so that's what's happening, I think. But I don't know. Everyone's got their own little things. I know. I use the dozer blade on that little Minotaur machine. Well,
Yeah,
not little, but the Minotaur, the case machine. And yeah, I'll tell you what, they just want to dig down. You got to be so careful.
yeah.
Like as you're tracking forward, it just digs down straight away. You got to like keep the blades like up above, just above where you want to go, and then it sort of works its way in.
Yeah,
So yeah,
gotcha.
it'll be interesting to see what he says. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Well, LGK, thanks, mate. See you there.
Yeah, LJK saying
Yeah.
Terra Pro for the win. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, good.
And then Jenna Troy saying if he needs help doing that, let me know. Yeah, cool. So if I think is he talking to yourself or for Hayden? Maybe for
Oh,
Hayden.
yeah, not for me. Not for me.
Yeah,
He might be
so
talking to Hayden, or yeah, I think he was talking about the TopCon
maybe yeah,
or the
the
Top Hats.
GPS part. Yeah, because yeah, Hayden was going to join us. I don't know if he joined. I didn't see his name, but I know he's got a little one now, so he might be putting the little one to bed. Who knows? But if he does join us, definitely, man, we'll find out what his opinion is
Yeah, sick.
and how he went. Ooh, we've got Ashton on here, the old Komatsu rep, Taiwan Earthworks, safety spotter. Who else is Jenna Troy saying the dozer blade? Oh, you're talking about the dozer
Yeah,
blade, yeah. We've got, what's it here? Hilly Ear Construction, is it? Something like that.
Hillier,
Hillier.
Hillier,
Oh,
maybe.
Hillier Construction? I don't know, I can't read it properly. Tilney's Earthworks, Max Gooch. That's good, man. We've got a few people on. And then Jenna Troy is going to say the autos are tricky to get right with the 259s. Ah, okay.
Gotcha.
All right, there you go. There you go. Oh well, what else? What's been happening with yourself, Shane?
Uh,
What's news?
yeah, no, been on an intricate little bugger this last couple of days. First, so I was off for a few days, took my daughter away for her birthday with the family, and then come back straight into a little tight dig, which is yeah, super intricate. It's in like it's not exactly a caravan park, but like a retirement, cabin park, I guess.
Yeah,
So a lot of permanent residences, and I'm digging underground electricals for new feeds to a lot of the boxes. But every single service known to man is running into every single cabin, and we're digging across the road, down the road, around the new bloody the DPs and stuff, like big, yeah,
oh,
heavy heavy stuff.
that's the worst
Uh,
feeling, isn't it?
yeah, oh, it's pretty gnarly. But in saying that, I had a sick weekend this weekend, welding up a gummy bucket for the 300.
Nice,
So
nice.
sacrificed a central tooth with some advice from a few other great earth movers, like Mr. Healy himself.
I was gonna
Few
say, I
few
bet you
video
spoke to him.
video chats here and there, and like some advice and what would you do, and
Yeah,
it casually evolved. So yeah, now I've got myself a ripping gummy attachment for the 300 bucket, which I'm looking forward to using tomorrow.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look, you know what? You'll find that I actually bought for my 5 tonner. I bought a actual. I had one for the 14 as well, but I bought a 300 toothless bucket, gummy bucket for my 5 tonner, and I use that for 90% of the digging.
yeah,
Like only when I needed to dig like for plumbers like really deep footings and that, I would use the tooth
yeah,
one. That's very, very rare. Most of the time, I just ended up using that to dig most of it, and then the gummy to finish it off. And it actually used to make it nice and smooth. But
yeah,
I use the gummy bucket for a lot of digging, especially when we worked in like nature strips, because you don't
yeah,
know what's in there. So we
Yeah.
use the gummy bucket, and then I found it gives you that second chance. Like most of the time, you'll just touch something and skim over it,
Yeah.
and then you're like, oh, I see it. Whereas if you have a tooth bucket, it would have ripped
Oh,
it straight
100%.
away. So
Like, and so I found, so with the gummy side of things, it's like it's only going to work if you're like going down in layers.
yes,
And so I think we talked about it once before, but like when people go, you've got the power to rip in and dig like 300 deep at a time, like take big swipes. But if you're doing that, like the chances of not breaking something is super slim. So we've discussed like when you do dig this stuff to take down like 20 mil, 50 mil, but do like a full stretch.
yes,
So you're still gathering the same volume of material by the time you're at full stretch all the way back in, but you're only going down in small increments, and like it helps with the structural integrity of the trench, and it doesn't break all the fibers apart as you're like ripping the material out. It kind of just takes away layers. If you think that's the sidewalls, it's like you take a swipe, you take a swipe, you take a swipe.
yes,
Whereas if you dig and rip up, you're kind of plucking everything out and making it all unstable. But yeah, the gummy, you're still going to break shit if you're not taking it easy.
yes,
But I also
yes,
find like if it's smoother to dig, like if it's less compact material, like light, fluffy, or if it's just easy to dig through, just go low
yep,
revs because you'll feel more, or you'll hear something like in the revs will drop or go under load, or so yeah.
yeah, yes. Same. That's what I do too. Yeah, I like to just go a little bit slower and then just take little layers, and that way, like you say, you don't latch onto it. You actually like skim over it. If
Yeah,
something under, you skim it, and then your spotter should see it anyway. So,
yeah,
or you like you say, you can feel it sometimes. Yeah.
yeah,
That's why somebody was bagging me when I mentioned those banana buckets that Earth Moving Warehouse is selling, and they're like
yeah.
toothless. And he's going, "Oh, toothless buckets do nothing," and I was like, "Yeah, each to their own. Depends how you use it, you know."
Yeah, it depends on the material, depends on the job. Like, is it like a man-made infrastructure thing where like everything's been pre-dug and then relayed, and you just got to dig new services around other things? Like, it's all relevant.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then
Uh,
Hannaford's Plant Hire is saying on TikTok that they're all good. He's talking about the gummy buckets until you work
yeah,
in the western suburbs of Melbourne,
yeah,
where it's
yeah,
all
useless.
Rockville. Yeah, it's all
Yeah, you need a
Rockville.
ripper.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you need a ripper in that
Yeah,
bucket. Yeah,
gummy ripper.
yeah, that's what you need. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But you know what? It's sometimes it's good where even if you're just digging just the first couple of 100 mil, that's where you might get like a Telstra um pipe or something. So
yeah,
even if the rock's down deeper, you might still need that gummy for the first part. So
yeah. Of course,
yeah,
it's always handy. Like I've always wanted one. I didn't really want to fork out the money for a full standalone gummy 300. And then just after a few conversations, I've seen it before where obviously you make a gummy bucket with just welding onto teeth. For instance, I was going to weld onto two outside teeth, and after a few conversations, found out welding to the center tooth is just as good, given that the pressure as you're pulling towards yourself is putting it into the other
yeah.
two. And now that I own a welder, I figured I'd have a crack. So I had a blast. I was, welding up a storm.
There you go, mate. Well done.
Yeah,
Well, jack of all trades.
yeah.
There you go. Well, we've got a
Uh,
few comments. Where's that? Let's go
yeah, I
back to.
saw Mitchell Morgan's asking about the rotating mud bucket. I
Oh
freaking
yeah,
love
yeah.
that thing.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
let's see. He made another comment too. On the 300 and 450 buckets, I cut the outside of the outer two teeth and weld the edge to them. That way, they are stronger and you can get them off easy. Oh, that's what he was
yeah,
talking about. He did the other way, what you said, the two outer ones.
yeah,
But it does make sense what you said too, though, because if you just do it to the middle one and you're resting the blade on the other two outer teeth,
yeah,
they're taking all the equal amount of pressure. So it's probably not bad.
yeah. It's like it's probably got within 2 mil of tolerance. Like it's bloody on there.
Yeah,
The welds probably aren't pretty, but it's gonna do the job.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, I'm excited to use that tomorrow. So I can post some videos. I'll tag you.
yeah. Good. Good, yeah, do it, man. That'd be good.
Dude.
That'd be good. And then also, yeah, so you were saying Mitchell asked about your rotating bucket. Yeah, how is that
Yeah,
going?
it's great. Like absolutely love it. Definitely used it on the golf course that I got on. So yeah, got to pull some pretty cool contours and things around the back of one of the greens there, and yeah, love it. But obviously, it doesn't. I'm not taking it to every job. Like I'm not. I don't have it at this caravan or this cabin park job. Given that we're digging trenches, So yeah, it's got its purposes, and I look forward to some bigger jobs where I can really get into it and yeah, spin to win.
Yeah, that's it, man. Good, good. Yeah, I think it would be handy. It'd be handy to have,
Yeah,
because there's always that argument about, tilt bucket versus tilt hitch, and it's like, I suppose they have their own advantages. I got a friend recently that was looking at a tilt bucket because what he was saying is that they do a lot of drilling, a lot of hammering. So he was like, we don't really want to have a tilt hitch
yeah,
on
yeah,
there
of
and destroy
course.
it for
Yeah,
those couple of times that we need to use a tilt bucket. So he goes, we want to get a tilt bucket we can take on and off when we need it, but
yeah,
then just use the regular hitch for the strength to be able to drill and hammer and stuff. So everyone's got their own different purposes.
yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
every machine, like it depends on what you specialize in or what if your majority of work is like, yeah, using attachments that are aggressive like that, sifting bucket, rock hammer, auger, or drilling rock, any of those, like you're not going to want a tilt hitch because you'll just rattle it to pieces over
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Um, like I had a job where I was actually tendering something ginormous. It was yeah, like 1,000 kilometers of trenching and test pitting and stuff.
Yeah,
And I was looking at 20 tonners, just straight pin bucket. Like I didn't need fancy. I just needed something secondhand that was going to do the work. Yeah, it's a monster, but didn't turn out, so that's okay. But for that particular job itself, I was not going to mess with like the bee's knees. It didn't need to be that way. It was just specifically just deep holes, big trenches, and a hell of a long way.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
sounds like
straight pinning, for instance, in a 20 tonner or something like that would be perfect for the job.
yeah, yeah, and like you say, it's needs based, I suppose. Yeah, like what are you doing? Like my mate does 90% drilling, so I suppose for them
Yeah,
it doesn't make sense.
yeah,
I'm looking at some comments here. So Hannaford's Plant Hire on TikTok is saying, bird sheet welds still work. That's why they have a grinder. He's saying, yeah, so
yeah,
don't
yeah,
worry about your welds.
yeah,
And then Kiwi in Cairns is saying, yeah, tilt hitch all the way. And Hannaford's saying hella tilt. But yeah, like you say, depends on what you do.
yeah. We actually had someone asking me about types of brands for tilt hitches. So I've only ever used Doherty. I've seen Heli Tilt, but yeah, if anyone's got any input on that, that could be cool. Let me know.
Yeah, yeah, you got different ones. You got Miller, Elite. You got
Yeah.
EI Engineering do their own ones now. A lot of people doing their own branded ones
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Some have the where the tongue comes out really, really fast instead of really slow, like the old style used to be to come out real slow.
Yeah.
Now they sort of just shoot out quicker, just
Yeah.
save you time changing attachments. So there's a range of different ones now.
Yeah. There's definitely some. Oh, yeah. Were we talking about
Yeah,
tilt hitch or
tilt,
quick hitch? Yeah, tilt. Yeah, sweet.
tilt hitches,
But
tilt hitch. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. But I know that back when I was looking at the bigger diggers, that everyone was raving about those. Is it ARE or ANE
yeah.
A something?
There's different
That
ones. Yeah,
they don't do 90. They do like more 45 or maybe even 60 or something on the bigger
yeah.
diggers.
Yeah, they used to be those
Um,
ones with the rams on
yes,
each side. Is it those?
yeah, the
Yeah,
big
yeah,
robust ones.
yeah. They
Yeah,
used to have the rams. The only thing about those is that yeah, if you're digging narrower than those rams, like if you've got to dig a 300 mil trench and
yeah,
those rams come out and they're like 450, you can't get down into the trench. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's
Get
the
you.
only downfall with those AME. That's what they're saying. Mitchell
AME,
Morgan.
that's the one. Yeah, yeah, that's the
Yeah, yeah,
one.
from Tasmania.
I know a lot of bigger, like 20, maybe even 30s. I've seen that rock those, but
Yeah,
yeah, I knew they were pretty bulletproof. I just didn't know anything about
yeah.
them.
I think that's the only reason a lot of guys don't do it. And then, like you say, then you're limited to that 45 degree.
Yeah,
But then again, you don't maybe want to be doing a 90-degree tilt with a 20-ton machine. You know what I mean? In like really solid dirt because you just
yeah,
rip it apart.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh, Ashton Lavering saying SBA Girth could be Girth AME attached to Doherty's. Yeah, he's naming all of them. Yeah, there's a lot there, man. Yeah, don't forget Elite. Where's Elite? They gave me some good stuff. They're a good bunch of guys.
Yeah, I've seen a
Um,
few of theirs on Yanmar gear. They might have like an affiliation or something, but I've noticed them a bit more on Yanmar, I think.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Then you got EI Engineering. You got Miller. There's a fair few now. Yeah, but
Yeah, sick.
Doherty's are good, man. I remember on my Cabelcos they always used to put Doherty's.
Yeah,
And Doherty teach. They had once the hitch had a fault. I think something bent on it or something wasn't good. and they helped me out, man. They helped me do it under warranty. Then another time something happened, and they sourced like I think something happened with the tongue, and they sourced like a second-hand tongue for me and did it for free, man. They put another tongue in there, so
Yeah.
even though it was used, I didn't have to. Something cracked or whatever,
Yeah.
and they said, like most likely it was operator error, which I think it probably was. And then they just got me another one, but it was second hand, and they just sourced it and gave it to me for free. So it
Yeah.
worked out
The
well,
fact
man.
that they did it though is
Yeah,
great.
they were good. They were good in that way.
Yeah.
I'm getting some comments
There you
here. Hang
go.
on. Yeah, Kiwi in Cairns is saying I've got to do all the translations. So Kiwi in Cairns says don't need 90 degrees in big gear. Leave that to the small stuff. Yeah. So going back to
Yeah.
what I was saying.
Yeah, Nigs
Um,
on Digs is saying that on Instagram. Over 90-degree tilts over an 8-ton machine size probably not necessary. But
yeah. Yeah.
again,
True.
yeah, much of a muchness. Like there's a heap of 13s that have them now. It's pretty much standard on a 13 these days,
Yeah.
and they're more robust than what they used to be.
Yeah.
Like they've definitely beefed them up, and they're thicker steel, and like the companies are kind of evolving with the times also.
Yeah.
So they are getting better.
Yeah. And then some of the guys are mentioning the SQ oils or
Yeah,
the oil quicks, like what Steel Wrist and Incon have, are
yeah,
really good. Bare Earth, obviously doing the Steel Wrist stuff. So yeah, the Steel Wrist Power Tilt with SQ oil, it is a good combo. Yeah.
yeah.
Afton Lavering is saying a worm drive that you see a lot more of, I believe, are cheaper but less durable to a ram tilt hitch, like
Yeah,
AMB.
gotcha.
There you go, man. Yeah. And then Jenna Troy saying we have a 308 VAB with a TRS-8 running G208 and buckets of suit. Man, if my wife was here and I just read that to her, yeah, she'd be like that. Even I had to like look at that. My wife would have
Yeah.
been like, "What?" Yeah. So he's got a 308. So what's a VAB? 308. Guessing it's a 8-ton machine with a TRS-8 running a G208 and buckets of suit. I don't know. That's actually gone
I
over
think
my head a bit too.
guessing the I'm guessing the TRS-8 is the rotating steel wrist,
Oh yeah,
possibly.
yeah, true, yeah. And
Variable
um,
angle boom.
very angle.
Variable angle boom.
Oh yeah, is that? Oh, you mean the spastic arms? Is that what we call them? I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
The offset, whatever they call them. Yeah.
yeah.
Two piece
Two-piece
boom.
boom. There you
Oh
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
there you
so they
go.
fold between the dipper arm and the
Yeah, that's
boom is like
right.
so they
Oh
what so
yeah,
you
the
can
cat. Yeah,
offset them. I'd love to actually hear Jack's rundown on that from EMBE Hire. That's yeah.
yeah.
I've always been intrigued by them. I
Well,
know
yeah,
Tight Space works sick.
yeah.
Yeah, go you say.
No, I was going to agree with you. I was going to say I've always wanted one, and I even got heaps of machines quoted up with one of those offset arms or offset booms, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, no, no, don't do it. Too many pins, too many bushings, too
Oh,
many things to go wrong.
it's the same shit
Everyone's
I've
like,
heard.
that's what everyone says. Don't do it. Don't do it. You got more stuff, more
Yeah.
maintenance. But when
But then
I've hired some machines with those on them, and they were a godsend. You know what I mean? Like it
yeah,
definitely helped me. But yeah, so yeah, it'd be good to see. What does everyone say? Yeah,
yeah. You also got to look at the people operating them, eh?
that's the one. That's the
It's like
one.
I hear the same shit. Everyone's like, "Oh, don't get that. They're rubbish." And then you go and get one. You're like, "This is the best thing in the world." But it's different when you're an owner operator, or you got good staff or something that's not going to trash the joint. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh wait, hang on a second. Or maybe I'm thinking
not
of
an
the wrong thing
offset,
here. Not an offset
not an
swing. You're
offset
talking about two
swing.
piece. Is that so? You're talking about like on Takeuchis where the bottom of um the bottom of the arm actually moves left to right, or am I talking about something else? I'm confused.
Offset
Oh,
swing
Nigs and the
bed.
Digs. He's saying Belka only warrant hammers on knuckle booms. Ooh, I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I didn't know that. Okay, there you go. Yeah, I thought the offset boom was what we were talking about, but they're talking about difference. But yeah, going back to that though, the offset boom, yeah, a lot of guys put me off. They were like, no, no, don't do it, especially if you've got operators, who knows how they're going to treat it. And I was like, oh, okay. So Bear Earth is saying no, the boom is two piece.
Boom is too. Yeah,
Mm.
isn't that where they pivot up the top rather than down on the knuckle? It's like up high.
Oh, now Jenna Troy has thrown another spanner in the works here. Offset is horizontal movement. Angle boom is
Yeah.
vertical. Oh, so is that
Yeah,
like the
so
Mechalak
angle
machines?
boom is where it like pivots off the knuckle, and
Yeah,
then the offset one is where up at the very top, like you
yeah, it
can
goes. Yeah, you can
go
go left.
45 and pull in closer to
Yeah,
yourself
that's
and
the one.
like
Okay,
it,
yes.
like,
Oh man, yeah. Someone,
and you
no,
can
actually,
also, I think you can elevate them super high too. Like you can bring them right over your
yeah,
head. I don't know.
and turn within yourself. Yeah, like a
Yeah,
total zero swing.
yeah, yeah.
Bendy boom.
Get some
Kiwi in Kansas saying they're
thumbs
called
up.
bendy booms.
Bendy
Uh, he's
wiggle
saying
worms.
he owned one and said they're very he owned one. They're handy, but he's not sold on them. So there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, Jenna Troy saying we have a trivia night. Here we
that
go.
was a sick
Someone,
idea.
I think we've got Jack wants to join. Here we
Go
go.
get him
He's
on.
coming.
He knows more about it than all of
Let's
us.
go. Tell me what am I talking about the right thing? I need to get like a whiteboard and we just draw him on there. Here we go. He's coming on.
Real
Here we
visual.
go. Jack Healy from
Oi,
EMB. What is going on?
you have spun me, eh? I've got to join in.
Yeah, nice. He's rolled up.
We've
He's like, they're
enticed him.
saying the wrong
Oh,
shit.
We've enticed him
oh,
in.
oh, hang on,
All right. So,
hang on, hang on,
hang on.
hang on.
He's getting set up. He's getting set up. Oh, here we go.
Oh, yeah, yes,
He's
yes.
done it.
Information. Here
This
we
is what
go.
we need. Hang on. Yeah, that's it. Oh, if you flick your screen, yeah, just do the opposite. Yeah, that's it. You can flip screen,
Oh,
yeah.
can I? Hang on.
Yeah, the rotating circle. There you
There
go. Show us
you
what you
go.
got. Show us what you got.
Oh, here we go, people. All right.
That's
So
the
what's
309 VAB.
wait?
Right.
So where's it tilting from? I can't see that because
In
it's
there.
small.
The boom splits in half.
Oh, that's
Yeah. So
interesting.
they sandwich like they can turn them 45 from that knuckle point at the top there, can't
No. So you still got a swing boom here like a 5-tonner.
Yeah.
For your offset.
Yep.
And then your boom goes in and out, like up and down. So you can stretch that out so it's flat.
they? Oh,
Oh,
right.
Photo of that
so is that
somewhere.
more just for reach then, not for offsetting?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. So
There you go.
you get more reach
See
out of
that
that. Okay.
straightened up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
I didn't know that. So that
Okay,
way
so
it's
is
not.
that for more like what would you be more specific for that? Like demo stuff or like
Rail or there you go. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. That's got all the fruit on it.
it's probably
That's just reach. Yeah.
his.
Yeah.
It's probably what's his name?
Yeah. Oh
We're
my
trying to
gosh.
get his name here.
That's yeah, a lot of reach there. There you go. Yeah. So they're very very handy for reach, probably more than anything. Yeah.
Jenna Troy.
Probably.
There we go.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah.
All
Jenna
right.
Troy saying 100%, and then Moba saying, "Yeah, we're doing a GPS kit one shortly." So that's
Wakahuchi do one of those as well.
so that's
Okay.
called a what? That's called a
And
two.
so does Wakanusa.
Is that a two-piece? What's that called? What's the
That's a
term for it?
two-piece. A variable angle boom, but that's what the cat call it. But it's a two-piece boom.
Yeah.
That's what everyone on the
And
rest
then
of the planet calls it.
can you bring up an offset boom? What's the regular offset boom?
Yeah, well, hang on. That's me screen. So
Yeah, show us your digger. That's what we want.
There you go. So what's the difference there? Yeah. So for people that are watching, so that
goes left and right.
yes.
The boom,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
just give me a minute. I'll have a look through all me. Just make sure I don't show you any porn.
Yeah,
I'll get over here and
Careful
I'll
which
just
folder
see if
you
I
open.
can. I've got a couple of demo photos here of that thing. I think somewhere.
Yeah.
Look up
Work
search history.
gear folder with lots of R's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Search history.
a few X's. There you go.
Jeez. Machine Control Australia is saying, "Is it a city boom? Hard to see." Oh yeah. And then Jack saying, and then Jay Panham saying, "Jack, go on, you need one." Jenna Troy saying, "Cat used to make one on the 307 with the offset boom." Yeah, there you go. That's the offset. There you go. So that
Yes.
actually goes left and right. It doesn't just stretch out. Yeah.
So
yeah.
that'll go left and right to the outside of the track frame, both sides of the machine.
Yeah.
Bottom
That's what I've rented
Gotcha.
14 tonners with that. They're a godsend with that. You can do basement jobs. You can dig right up against the wall. They come in very handy. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, what's your opinion, Jack, on that offset boom? Just say, for example, so a lot of guys, when I was looking at 14 tonners, I was going to get one with an offset, and everyone was like, "No, don't do it. It's too much maintenance. Pins are going to go on there. Bushes. You're going to have so much crap." Oh, nice t-shirt. Nice t-shirt, by the way. Oh, two of them. Look at this. I love it, gents. The t-shirts represent. I love it. Thank
It's
you.
the house shirt, mate.
Here we go.
I love it. So yeah, what's your opinion on the offset?
Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I think it's all in the way you look after it.
100%.
Yeah.
There you
Is
go,
there
mate.
Oh, that's
Neighbour.
not a
The
bad photo,
day
that
you got
one.
fitted out. Look at
Oh, oh,
Got all
oh,
of its flaps open. Hold on. Just
oh,
careful.
her.
hey, oh, we did. Oh,
Jesus.
Mober's
I
getting a free spook. There you go.
told you there was porn on there. I told you.
That's
Yeah.
it, man. That's
Oh,
it. Earthworks hub.
oh, here. Oh, I forgot I had all these photos. Check this shit. This is why. This is why Knuckle Boom.
There you go.
Love it.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I've seen that photo.
Yeah.
That's a
Like
ripper.
that's 8-tonner working in territory that a 5-tonner couldn't spin in, eh?
I'd make
Yeah.
Because when you're in a 5-tonner and you got the knuckle out the front, like you couldn't fold that in to spin in that gap.
Yeah. Yeah.
You couldn't do it. I had a 5-tonner. Yeah, like that. The track frame on this thing is 230 mil wider than my 5-tonner, but I can spin in a metre less area than what I could with the 5-tonner
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
overall.
And do you think the height of the machine also plays a bit of a part of that? Like you could
What's that?
do
Well, the cab in that is actually lower than a 5-tonner. That fits under an eave generally, and my 5-tonner never used to.
wow, there you go, man. And what about the breakout power? So Stevie Please is asking, is the breakout power less on a knuckle boom machine?
When you're offset,
Offset.
probably.
Yeah, with the offset
When
will be
when you are offset, it definitely affects the breakout. There's no two ways about that. But when it's straight, there's no drama.
yeah. And what about with the hammer and stuff? Do you feel any difference, or is there a bigger chance it'll
Yeah.
snap?
There you go. So it fits under the eave.
Yeah, well.
There you
That's
go.
Yeah.
me.
She's the tits. There's no two ways about that.
Mm. No, that's true. So yeah, breakout power. Oh, what about reach? Do you also have less reach from a standard arm, from a solid arm?
Generally, you do because they're only, and it doesn't matter what brand you buy, they generally only bring them into the country in a short stick version.
Yeah.
But mine I factory ordered with a long stick, so it's 450 mil longer than a standard stick.
Ah, okay. There you go. And Bear Earth is saying, what model is that? Is that an SK85?
75. So it's the same frame as the 85 and the new 100, but the 75 is the knuckle boom version.
Okay.
Yeah,
SK75. Moba saying, where's
So
your
it's the
fancy
same cab, same body, same track frame, same everything except for boom configuration.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, Niggs and the Diggs is saying that the actual breakout is better on the offset. I wonder why. Is it because it's shorter? Maybe because it's shorter. Yeah.
Potentially, when you do get a short stick version, maybe it is, but yeah, I wouldn't. You definitely notice when you're digging offset. There's no two ways about that because when you're not dragging parallel through the frame of the machine or through the boom.
Yeah.
So when you're offset, you're governed by how much like hold your slew motor's got.
Yeah.
Until you start digging in with the trench will hold you straight then, and you can drag as hard as you want. But when you're doing the first few cuts getting down, it wants to pull, whichever way is back towards the center of the machine. There's no two ways about that.
Yeah, yeah. So you've got to control that the dipper as you're coming back for the first.
Well,
big,
just sort of don't try and take a big bite. Like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
work your way in first, and then once you get down, bucket depth, hook in, go hardest.
Yeah,
But yeah, you've definitely got to. You definitely notice it. Like yeah, if I straighten that boom out and start digging a trench straight, like yeah, fuck, it eats it.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, you definitely notice when you're offset. There's no two ways about that.
Oh, there you go. So we've had a bit of a lesson tonight on offset. So what are the different ones again? So you've got the offset boom. What's the other one? We said a two-piece boom, yeah?
Two-piece boom and swing boom's what you would call like a standard 5-tonner. That's what you wouldn't call that an offset boom. You call that a swing boom. But
yeah,
we've all got used to calling it an offset boom, but it's not.
Not really. What about the Takeuchis where the bottom actually moves as well? What's that called then?
That whole plate
They
moves.
call that STS, do they? Or
Side to
I
side.
think I think it is. Yeah, like it. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
because it's fully side to side. So,
Yeah.
but to get in line with the track frame in that, I believe the cab is slightly still pissed. So you're not sitting dead square with your track frame. You're still actually looking out, one direction a little bit to dig in line with your tracks.
That would do my head in.
Because when it slides across, you still have to counteract that last little bit to get it dead straight to be hard up against your track frame if you're digging up against a wall or a fence or something like that.
Yeah, it doesn't actually swing all the way over.
Not quite. Yeah.
So
fair enough.
Hannaford is saying it's an offset boom, but I think that's what we call like Jack's machine. I call them offset booms. I don't know.
So I'll just find that other photo again, and those Takahachis, they're fucking pretty sick bits of gear. Right?
Anthony Stefan is saying not a fan of the offset booms. He reckons they have the less reach, but they have their place though.
They definitely have less reach if you order them with a short stick. There's no two ways about that. They are short.
Especially if you're putting a tilt hitch on there. Yeah, you got the tilt, the reach. I suppose that's why if you got a tilt hitch on it, I suppose you gain a little bit of reach again.
No, I think he's saying he'd rather just operate a machine with a tilt over the having offset boom.
Well, that's what I had to do with my 14 tonner, the Cabelco. I had a tilting hitch so that I could try and do like partial, like offsetting. You just sort of tilt it a bit, but it's not the same. Yeah, it's still not the same. You don't get the same finish.
Yeah. No, nifty. How good. Some
machine control.
Specialty stuff going on there.
This is good, man. This is informative. This is what people want. Machine Control Australia, New South Wales. Check out my page from April 2024. There's the photos of the encoder install with custom fabricated cover on a Sumi. There you go. Oh, there you go, guys. So he's got a Sumi Tomo with the offset boom.
The old Super Homo.
The Super Homo. They've all got funny names, haven't they? Oh, man. Go check it out, guys. Yeah, might be interesting to look at. And Nexgen is saying why Cabelco warrant hammer is because of four pins in the knuckle as opposed to manufacturers have two.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, because they've got 4 pins. Yeah, that's right. They do have 4.
Well, they got two separate boom segments, whereas everyone.
I think Komatsu's gonna have like one big one on each end. Yeah, I think.
Hacker, you're a fucking unit.
Hacker saying Jack makes the offset boom and you pull the like porn. There you go, mate. Oh god. Yeah, that's it.
He's a weapon, that bloke.
Good information. Oh, people are giving us heaps of likes on TikTok. Beautiful. I think this is the photo he's referring to.
Not a bad photo. Not a bad photo.
Not bad.
Bunker dam. What are we talking?
It looks like a dam. It's massive. Is that a pool?
That's a pool, yeah.
That wasn't at Mark's house, was it?
No. I'll do it again so you can see the. It's got a beach, so it's only 300 or 400 deep, and then all the way down to 1.8. Sort of once you get to this point here, and then so that's going to be that was a concrete one.
Oh, beautiful. The attacker's saying he goes all right. There you go, mate. Not bad, considering he just looked at that on YouTube the night before to see how to dig it, and then just worked it out. Is that right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
That was one of that. I like concrete ones like that because especially when they're on big joints like that because they don't care. So you just like walk around with a tin of paint and a fucking bit of conduit and mark a line and
just go
for it. Yeah, just go for it.
Yeah, that's it. Niggas on the dig the same. Nice work, Jack. There you go.
Thanks, mate.
Beautiful.
Oh, Tacker's not too bad on the concrete too, just for everyone.
Yeah.
He's pretty handy. Yeah.
Nice. What about you? So how'd you go doing that massive drain that you've been working on?
Yeah.
This week.
Yeah, we're done that bit. We just got to wait for I think we've got to wait 5 weeks or something for some channel stops to come from wherever they're coming from. I don't know, the owners organised all that stuff. So, yeah, we'll bang them in when they turn up, just for outlets to water all the bays and that. And then we've got to dig one more channel. We just got to get a pad put in. I think the scraper's going there Monday or Tuesday next week. So he'll be there for a couple of weeks. He'll dig the dam bigger and we'll build a feed-in channel to feed that channel that I just made run back to front.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was on a live session watching him do this the other day. We had a bit of a chat, and then It looked amazing, and he was of course using the Moba. The Moba saying the drain looks wonderful. That's why.
Yeah, and what do you mean when you said you made it run back to front? Did you change the grade from flowing, like the
Yeah, so
direction of flow?
it was running east west, and now it runs west east.
Yeah, okay. And then, so how long is this thing? What are we talking? Like,
Oh,
if you are re-leveling, are you adding material or are you just digging it out?
no, we're just digging it out and then building the bank with the material that's been thrown out the side.
Yeah, gotcha.
So it's fuck, it'd be nudging a kilometre,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I reckon.
yeah, pretty
It's a
Um,
close.
long way if you're doing like what minimum fall, like it's still going to be a huge discrepancy in depth from the start to the end.
no, not really. It's nearly dead flat because when we fill a channel, like water will run level, so it doesn't have to be on grade. It can be just
Gotcha.
level.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah, I think it's got 80 mil of fall over however long it is. Like, I think that's just what I
Oh,
put in it just to make sure
wow.
it's running flat sort of thing. But yeah,
Yeah, okay. So you
um,
just the volume of water that fills up is then what gets pushed out.
yeah,
Gotcha.
because the bank's higher than the paddock.
Yeah.
When we put the outlets in, we just put the outlets down nice and low, and because water always runs dead
Gotcha.
level. It doesn't have to be on the grade to run.
Yeah.
So yeah, once it's level, the channel will be holding a metre of water, even though it's level. Yeah.
Well, there you go.
And that
Yeah, see,
and
I've only ever worked with plumbers, so I'm always like minimum falls and all that kind of stuff, like
yeah,
I've never thought of it that way.
yeah, true.
Yeah.
And
Um,
yeah, the fall. So obviously, Moba's asking a question. Did you make that design yourself, or did you get a surveyor to give you that?
nah,
How'd you look at it?
it's because the channel's existing, so I'm not game to put the photo up because I'll get fucking raped for it. It's not dead straight, the channel, because the channel was already there. So I only put the height in and like the batters and everything's all by eye.
So what he's trying to say is he's dug a big snaking worm, the whole went down the
It's got,
back.
it's got, it's got a 500 mil wolf in it at about halfway along, and I can't
That
get
would
it out
drive you
because
nuts.
I can't take it out because there's an existing channel beside it as well. I took it out. If I took that out 600 mil to get it straight,
Yeah,
there'd be no bank on that side. It'd be
Yeah,
gone.
the
yeah,
wall would be not thick enough.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
and then that channel would be then too narrow. Like, yeah,
yeah.
fucking. Whoa.
Yeah.
Mr.
Yeah, because
Morgan.
if there was a way around it, I would have fucking changed it because I can't deal to look at it.
Good, good.
I
Yeah,
didn't even take a photo of it full length because I don't fucking want to see it myself.
yeah. No gun barrel here, mate. Well, it might be a
Nah.
banged up gun barrel.
Yeah. We got some
So, but
comments.
yeah. Anyway.
Mitchell Morgan saying, yeah, you must have been drunk when you started. And Niggs and the Diggs is saying, you need to give us some gardening lessons. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Ah,
So
good, man.
yeah.
Good.
Anyway, so get back to the fall thing. So traditionally, if that channel wasn't there and there wasn't a heap of trees and shit and or whatever, you would traditionally dig that channel with a road grader, like
Mm.
farming sort of spec. So you and the old way to do it, and the way I learned to do it is you put the pad in like with a laser bucket or with a scraper or whatever, because you cut all your material with those types of machines. Put the pad in dead level. Old mate'd drag a ripper mark or something down the center of the channel to give you a straight line, and in the grader you would just cut one cut left, turn around, cut one out the right, and just keep cutting even so that you get the height even. So
Yeah,
you haven't got
right.
any lasers, no lasers, no GPS, no fuck all, and you would just, you know, keep fucking working your way down. So each cut you get a full blade, you might be taking out 100 mil. So you throw 100 mil up the left side, turn around, throw 100 mil up the right side, and keep going like that all day until you get a big V that the grader can sit in the bottom of with a flat bit on the bottom
Yeah,
and the two fucking banks you're building with the material you've chucked out the side.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you
But
go.
that's fucking old school. You would do it with GPS now because it's available. But when I started driving graders, it was sort of like only real rich cunts had that shit.
I like it.
Oh man, yeah, that's good. Good advice, man. I like it. It's good. That's what people want to hear anyway. Yeah, how to do things, how it used to work, how it works now. Bear
Yeah.
Bear Earth is saying, is this for a cotton farm?
Nah, just a little farm. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what they do for cotton farms for irrigation. No, your cottons are all flood irrigated.
there you go.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah. just on that, little funny story, because I'll do an Ivan, a little funny story.
We like
There we go.
stories.
Story
So
time.
We
I'll
love
bang
stories.
this. I go out and I start banging this channel up, right? And the way you do to get a straight line, you have to sight down the center of the grader, right? So you pretty much just use the main frame as a sight, and you line something up in the distance, and you line something up even further out. So then you just keep cutting, following that, keep channel straight. Anyway, about fucking smoko, I get out and I'm fucking walking around this channel. I'm like, that's fucking pissed. What the fuck? I'd lined up with a cow in the paddock. So I'd lined up with a strainer post at the front end, and I'd lined up with a cow at the other end. And as the cow was grazing and moving, he never lifted his head. So he's getting further out. So I'm following him. So instead of keeping it straight, I was all fucking, it was fucked up.
Wherever the cow
good.
walks, you're going that
Yeah.
way. Oh,
Yeah, because I just sign up with the strainer post and it never moved, but the cow did.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Full on.
That's funny, man. That is so funny.
But
There you
yeah,
go.
make sure you pick something solid when you're gonna sight shit up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's what I do actually. It's funny when you say that because when I'm digging on like residential sites and that, often I'll use the fence posts or to line myself up and see if I'm level and that. I'll watch the bucket and sort of watch it up against like in the distance of the fence and then see if I'm moving it forward and back and the bucket's in line with the fence. I know that I'm still level. Like you can use a lot of things around the sites and that to work out your levels and that, like how you're sitting. Just so
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry,
you can use things.
I'm battling a leg cramp here, eh?
You're gonna have some electrolytes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Too many pictures for Jack.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you gotta be excited.
Yeah. So I'll touch on that, Ivan. Like, so mortar lines. Like, if you've got a tilting bucket, or even if you don't have a tilting bucket and you want to see if you're off the piss or not, you can line up with mortar lines, roof ridges. It's still obviously above the ground, but you can get a good gauge by just eyeing down the bottom of your cutting edge or your teeth. With mortar lines, roof ridges are the main ones I've always learnt. Even weatherboards, but got to be careful with some older buildings.
Yeah, true. Even drilling when I drill, like if I'm augering holes, I'll usually see, if I haven't got anyone there to see if the auger's level, I'll just
Yeah.
I'll look at like a fence behind it and sort of line up the auger with the fence posts going down, or the palings, whatever you want to call them. I'll just follow them, and then I know that if they're sort of semi straight, then I'm going straight as well,
Get
So
a halo, mate. Don't have to worry about any of it.
That's the one, mate. That's the
Yeah.
one. Go see
Get the
Digga
halo.
for it.
Yeah, I've seen
absolutely.
what do old school dudes like the 2 liter bottle of water duct taped to the motor and everything
Yeah,
to the drive motor.
yeah. Well, you know what I've done in the past? I actually taped a level to
Yeah,
the actual the auger shaft or the drill shaft
yeah,
just before the drive, so it doesn't actually go in the ground. Or even if it does, I taped it on, and I used to watch that go down. And
yeah,
I used to
full
say,
on.
"Oh, now I'm level." Yeah, but like you keep spinning, and then when it stops, the level's there. Or if I
When
had
I
someone there
first
with me,
started, I used to just sit a cup, like literally sit a cup on top of it.
there you go.
Yeah,
There you
just
go.
like a plastic, the plastic drink, the drink like fountain
Yeah,
cups, like so you could see the water through the plastic, and
yeah.
just sat it on top and tried not to spill it when I was shaking the auger off.
There you go, man. Hey, that's pretty
Yeah,
good.
that's
Pretty
how I
good.
learned. I
Hey,
taught
Jason,
myself
come.
anyway.
Yeah, you know what? It's a good way to learn, man. Jason Cummings is saying should have went to Specsavers. I was going to say that earlier, but I thought I won't say it. He said it for me.
I
fucking
can't
should
even
have.
see the comments. I'm spewing.
It was proper rude. Don't worry about
Oh, very good. Oh my God, I just realised it's past 9 o'clock. All right, what's the outlook for the week? Oh, Brett King saying yeah, get a halo. Yeah, that's very true, Brett. Yeah, what's the outlook for the week, boys? What's happening this week? Oh, nothing much then. There you go. Not much.
A whole lot of
that. You go, Shano.
silence. Yeah,
Yeah,
go.
not much.
So just continuing around those live services and try not to get zapped.
Yeah. Yeah, no, good point, man. Good point.
Yeah.
No, good man, good. Jack, you're going back to the. Oh no, you said
Yeah.
they said they're on hold for a bit. Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to Bendigo to do a job in the Bobcat, and then I'll drop it off. It's done a head gasket, so we'll go and drop that off at the dealer, and they can sort that one out.
Nice.
Um, and then Tuesday, I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing yet. I might just have a day at the yard, I reckon.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday, Thursday, and the rest of the week, and the next couple of weeks are at a new school doing all the drainage, I think.
Oh, there
Yeah.
you go, man.
Good.
Interesting.
Mobile
Oh, look.
will come in handy for that for sure.
Yeah, true.
100%. Does every day.
Yeah. Hey, Kinghorn just joined. We were talking about him earlier. Here you go. So Hayden's the one that has that 6-way dozer blade that he just bought.
Yeah.
Hayden, if you want to share your opinion on that, we wanted to sort of see if one, first of all, have you used it? And two, how did you find it? So if you want to share your experience with it, let us know. Or if you want to save it for another week, up to you, man. But it'd be interesting to see what you thought of that blade and how it works.
Or his pros and cons. Like if he might already, I don't know much about Kinghorn, but if he's already got a box grader or used them before, or like was it a financial thing, or is it purely because it does a better job for what he does? Like, yeah, it'd be awesome to know how he goes with it.
Yeah, that's right. So the guys were asking earlier, like, what made you choose that over the box blade? Yeah, that's right. So as well. So there you go. If you can shed some light on it with us, that'd be good. Review complete is saying hi everyone, hello, and Brett King is saying he's doing some Sunday night float moves. There you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say neighbours love that.
Yeah, that's what I
Way to ruin
used to do.
your Sunday, go trucking.
Man, I used to be making noise here all hours of the day. When I used to park everything at my house, story time. I used to
Yeah.
you go out at like 10 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock, someone will text me and go, oh no, we've cancelled tomorrow. And then I'll find another job quickly with a posi track, and I've got the 5 on the tipper, so I've got to start the tipper, build the air up, open the tailgate, get the ramps out, take the 5 off, put the posi on, and
It's a
then
lot.
beeping, reversing. Then the road's all dirty, so I'm quickly scraping the road at like 10:30 at night. All they hear is the steel shovel on the road.
A square mouth shovel on a freaking asphalt road
That's
that
so
makes
loud.
a racket.
This is the loudest thing ever, man. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Just for funnies, swing boom, offset boom.
Yes.
Look at
Copy.
that. There you go.
They're touching.
Yes, it's a bit gay, but yeah, they're touching.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. Good for them.
Good
Docking.
on them. Hey, that's good. That's very, very good. Yeah. Oh, we got Mobile saying out at the F1 doing some work with one of our customers. He must be there with on-grade civil.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard about the on-grade doing some of that work.
Yeah,
Someone I know was talking about that, how intricate the gravel traps are.
Yeah. No, he's been doing that for the last couple of years. He's enjoying it. He's loving it. Good on him.
Was it you saying that? About the gravel traps and like the working with the cameramen and stuff?
Yeah,
like the camera guys would give him info or something to say like, yeah, we can see a visual kind of discrepancy or whatever, even though it might look good.
Yeah. Well, I think it was that, and also I was saying how I did a little bit of that. I used to dig out for a company. So this is how it works with the Grand Prix. I don't know if it's still like that, but when I was doing it, here we go, story time.
Yeah.
When I was doing it, I used to dig out. So the footy pitch right beside the F1, I used to go there, dig out a huge pad in the footy pitch in the middle of it. So like take out 50 mil of the beautiful grass and all the soil underneath. Remove all that. They'd build a temporary concrete pad. So they'd make a massive concrete pad just for all the reporters and media. So they used to all park on that area.
Wow.
And there was like a massive, I'm talking like 100 meters by like 50 meters, big pad.
Yeah.
And they'd concrete it every year, bring all the media there. They'd be all parked on there. And then when they left, they'd remove all that concrete, regrass the whole thing. And every year they do it for the Grand Prix, yeah.
Surely they could just use some like swamp pads or something these days, just interconnecting freaking plastic pads or something, you know?
Yeah. No, that's what they were doing, man. Every year they do that. So
that's hectic.
It must be cost effective because it's a lot of work, man. But they did it.
Yeah,
they did it.
Yeah, how good.
And what's and View Complete saying just got to run by. If you ever need any aerial drone photos, I'm in Melbourne but can travel. Oh, there you go. If anyone wants some aerial drone stuff, there you go. You can hit up View Complete. And Mob is saying he'll take some photos this week of the Grand Prix. And Kinghorn is saying he'll give his new blade a run this week and then report back next week. So next week we're going to have
good stuff.
Kinghorn jump on. That's good.
Hang on, he's
Very good.
just put another comment up too, eh?
Oh, hang
I
on.
can't
wait.
see any comments.
Oh, here. Purely the greater blades are super expensive, so I thought I'd give the Dozer blade a crack as they're super popular in the States. Yeah. And I think
I'll
like
be
I was saying,
interested to see what he reckons too, because I've only
hmm,
driven one of them Dozer blades like twice and I didn't enjoy it, but
yeah,
that's
I
not to
feel
say
like
they're no good.
would you
Yeah.
say that you could probably like if he's doing a lot of little commercial jobs and he's doing like slab infills inside warehouses, he'd be better off with the blade because the Dozer blade because he can push up right into the corner, pull back. Whereas with the grader or the what do you call it the box blade, it's got the wheels in front of it, so you can't like get right up to the end,
Yeah,
up to the wall. Do you think that might matter?
yeah, definitely. The only thing I would comment on with the Dozer blade, and I don't, once again, it could have just been my skills. But when you're cutting, if you get one tiny little bump in front of you and you start running over that, you just keep carrying it. You can't get rid of it.
Yeah, yeah. It's like when you're doing
like
it with
I reckon like it would be pretty good for bulking out and stuff like that, but I reckon final trim would be pert near impossible with it.
Okay.
Whereas with the wheels at the front, the wheels carry the weight, so when you can put all your weight onto those wheels, so that the blade's getting a flat cut, like it wants to cut flat.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, like I say, it could 100% have just been me. So I'm not gonna.
Who knows?
So
He
no
might
good,
be pushing out
yeah.
rock or whatever. He might be like just doing the base layers and stuff, or like filling back in or whatever. But
Yeah, 100%. 100%. So like I say, I don't know, but my experience, I didn't rate it that highly. But
Yeah.
once again, only my experience. So everyone does things
Yeah.
differently.
That's it.
Well, we got some guys on TikTok have commented. So the angry operator has said the spreader bar for an excavator sorts all those issues out. Oh yeah, so I think you were saying you can use
I like to get close.
use a dozer blade to get to the thing, or use the box blade to get close to the corners, and then after that, just put a smudgy on an excavator if you want, just to get the rest out.
I
Yeah,
mean,
suppose,
smudgy on a posi
Well,
too would work.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
a smudgy. I like a smudge bar with a GPS on it and that. That used to be what people did before. I don't know if people are still doing that, but a lot of guys used to have the like
Oh,
the hole on the
the
top.
laser receivers. Yeah.
At the front, and just use that. So I suppose you can use that too.
The
Yeah.
only trouble with GPS and something like that too is once you go into a shed, it becomes useless to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
true, 'cause
UTS or rotating lasers, pretty much the only ones that go well in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So angry operator saying that he uses the GPS with a smudge, and he's saying it's not true. Oh, so he's saying what we're saying about going in the shed is not true.
Yeah.
I wonder maybe
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
what GPS company you use, and the surveyors doing the markouts of these schools couldn't even do it because it was a freaking gum tree. It's like they're like, oh, now it's within 300 mil. I was like, 300 mil doesn't help, mate.
Yeah. I suppose it depends. Maybe he's got a total station. I'm not sure. Have you got a total station, angry operator? It's hard to. Sorry, he's on TikTok, so I'm trying to
No, that's all right.
convey the messages. Yeah. So he might have had a total station. No, he's saying Topcon.
Maybe the roof's off.
Oh, he's saying Topcon runs Prism systems, and you don't run to a base. Oh, okay. So maybe with
Yeah.
Topcon,
So that's UTS.
Yeah, so he's got to have.
You're a Prism. You're using a total station.
Yeah. So you must
That's
have.
not that's not GPS. That is like total
UTS.
station. Yeah.
Yeah.
UTS. You Caterpillar call it UTS. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Sorry, Caterpillar and Trimble call it UTS. I'm not sure what Topcon call it. They call it something else.
Oh, he's got the dual antenna. He wrote something about dual antenna there. One prism, one mushroom. Oh, maybe. So that means you still have to have a total station somewhere though to read.
If you're using a Prism, you do.
Yeah.
Hey, look, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
good shit.
There you go.
Yeah. Also,
UTS is like the tits though. Like if you can, if you can justify having UTS, like that is like
it's tolerances of less than a mil.
That's
UTS.
the GO. Oh, depending. So that's one thing we got to touch on. That seems you brought it up.
Okay.
Accuracy is only ever as good as the condition of the machine. You can say, oh yeah, UTS is within fucking 1 mil, but your cutting edge has fucking got a woof in it of 30 mil because you've been pushing a windrow in the center of the blade for a week and never fucking turned around or done anything.
I
You
like
could
it.
be having a mud bucket on that's got, you know, the same deal with the cutting edge, and then all the hitch pins are absolutely flogged to the shit house. So you've got, by the time you put your bucket down, you've still got another 20 mil of fucking variation before all the pins bottom out.
Yes.
Like, that's, your tolerance is fucked. It's gone.
Yeah,
It doesn't exist.
I get you.
Yeah, that's
No, just
So-
just more for accuracy, like as far as, you know, if you're around if you're around trees or overhanging eaves and things like that. Like we've had, like for instance, the job that I helped out with, the airstrip in central South Australia, that was all UTS, just because they needed it to be spot on for a landing strip. But yeah, they looked at GPS and they're like, no, we can't have the risks of it dropping out and being within 30 mil and all this shit. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely you get the accuracy out of it, but your machine has to be in what you would call final trim condition. You could have the best fucking system on the market on any machine, and if it's everything's fucked on it, you've got no hope.
Yeah, copy.
I think what Hannaford is saying on TikTok is that you still got to bench off every time before you start pushing. So that way it will adjust itself. So if your machine is a bit flogged or the bucket, at least if you bench off, it will go from that. It will go from that point, I suppose, you know. So if you're benching off every time, then it should really use.
Should be, but
Yeah.
when you say you put your grader in auto, right, and all your mushroom cups on the bottom of your blade where your blade holds on are all fucked. They're like got 20 mil of play in them.
Yeah.
So even if you've benched in the morning with that down solid, and you've benched and that's gone back to 0, and you've benched that at 0, if you take off, you've still got 20 mil of float in that blade.
Yeah.
So your accuracy's gone even though you've benched. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it still moves. It's still got.
It's still movement. Yeah. So
Same as
doesn't fucking work like that.
if your pins and bushes are all stuffed and that too, and then there's a lot of they're flogged out. I suppose if you go, there's a lot of that play. So I suppose I don't know. It's funny though because you know what, without even thinking about that, a lot of guys that I've worked for, and if they're chasing a level, they just trust that your machine is 100% accurate with the GPS.
Yep.
So they don't even allow for that. So you might not have benched properly or whatever, but they just keep going by your readings and go, yeah, it's all good. That's it. Your readings are correct, but you might not be. Yeah, exactly. You might be.
So you
a bit off.
can go to a job and not have calibrated your bucket in the last 6 months, and your cutting edge has gone from being 20 mil to fucking 1 mil.
Yeah.
You've dropped 15 mil of accuracy before you've even turned up.
Yeah.
But I'll still
I think for me,
the
the benefit of UTS is purely there's no dropout. So you've always got a read and there's no malfunction so long as you've got batteries. And then GPS obviously can clap out as often as it wants. And the tolerances are a lot less. Like I've had surveying done, especially on those school jobs we're doing with like the basketball carts and like subgrades, and we used 5,000 ton of rock just to get a base in that joint. And like they'd come in and do a set out and all the levels were wrong, and they're like, oh yeah, well it's within this, and it's like, well that's the difference of like 300 ton getting ordered tomorrow or freaking 220. Like it's we had all kinds of issues with the GPS in that particular area, and it was mainly just to do with gum trees. And then we had a 2-story concrete building that we're trying to get them to come and survey around the outsides of, and they just had all kinds of issues, so we just made them go UTS after that.
Yeah, even the angry operator saying GPS is never really 100%. It's
No.
the closest you'll get is always 50, 70, depends. Like there's always something. And then Booger Beans, what a name! Booger Beans is saying it depends how far away you are from the base, and you're saying his doses sometimes get 20 to 30 mil, or usually 20 to 30 mil.
Yeah, okay.
Within.
And like I don't know whether you've seen that video I put up this week. Like I got within 10 on Monday.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go, man.
And
There you go.
that's no sight cal, no nothing. Like that's just banging it on the peg or on the nail in the footpath out the front, which the surveyor done with the total station. Like that's
Yeah, there you go.
without even trying.
Yeah. Oh no, good. Some good information there for everyone. There you go.
But
And
you'll
well,
find.
In saying that, then how much are we talking? Like, what's price difference, like UTS versus GPS on a let's say on a machine or whatever? Obviously, the total station is the added cost. I'm taking it.
Yeah, and the Prism, I think a Prism's about 12 grand for a Trimble one.
Yeah. Yeah, you
So that's
gotta.
like the wizard stick with the big iPad on it and stuff that everyone walks around with?
No,
Or
that's
is it
just the prism. That's just
just
the
the
prism
prism
that
on top?
goes. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So yeah, that's just the rover that you're talking about. They walk around.
The only difference on, so we'll just talk Trimble because it's the only one I actually know anything about as far as UTS. So when you go from GPS to UTS, the only thing I think you have to have different in the machine is change the prism on the end, and then you have to have what they call an SNR radio. So you have to have a radio that can talk because you get the corrections from the prism, from the total station hitting that, but you get the info through radio back to the total station. So they talk to each other. The grader and the um, total station will talk to each other. So you need a radio that can have that compatibility. Whereas if you
Gotcha.
buy just a straight GPS machine, you won't have that radio capability.
Gotcha.
There you
So
go. And
the machine's set up differently also.
Not really, no.
No, but you were saying it
Everyone's
needs the radio in the machine?
yeah, radio in the machine. Yep.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yep. So you'll have a radio anyway for
Yep.
GPS, but you need I'm pretty sure they call it an SNR, which is like a dual band radio, so you can talk to the total station and you can still do GPS stuff.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
And
Well, there you go.
some guys, yeah, we've got a lot of other guys saying. So Kinghorn said you can't go wrong with UTS. The only con is the added expense of this total station. And Nigs on the Dig said they're about 40K, so
Yep.
quite expensive. And then Machine Control Australia said correct. In perfect conditions, you should have a 15 mil error, and then 1 part per million after that. So every kilometre away from the base, you will get 1 mil extra error. And then he also said you need an MT900, a dual band SNR radio, which is what you said, plus Siteworks controller and an SPS 930. There you go. That's your 40 grand there, I suppose. Yeah.
All I'm hearing is dollar signs.
Yeah. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
I don't think you'd get any change out of 150, 160 to set something up on UTS.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Hectic.
The angry operator's joined us on Insta. So he's little Matic, is it? So he just wrote that to him now. Yeah. So now you can actually join in with us. Yeah. Cool. That's good to see you on here, man. Very good. There you go. So yeah, Victoria Rosscapes has joined. No, good. So everyone's saying that. So I suppose you know why, because a lot of guys probably because even with GPS, you've got to pay like a subscription too, don't you? It's not just set and forget. You have to keep on paying onwards. Is that right?
Yep. Every year. Yep.
Yeah. So you got to get the setup on your machine and that, but then you also got to pay a continuous subscription as well.
The subscription's not too bad though. Like
Yes.
I mean,
Not long.
yeah, it hurts the first year, but you just wear it after that, eh? Because once you've used it for 12 months, you're not going back to going without it. You couldn't give a fuck whether it was 30 grand for the subscription. You couldn't care less.
If you're using it though, I've got to admit, I've got to say something though. I spoke to a guy not long ago who's got a 35 ton, and he was saying that he's actually considering getting rid of his GPS because a lot of the civil companies, which promised him a lot of work with it and extra money for using it, would always turn around and go, "Oh, look, you haven't used it this week, so we're not going to. You can't include that on your invoice," or like they just say, "Oh, you only charge when you use it," but then they have him on site for 6 months and they don't even use it for like 1 week out of that 6 months. So he was saying like he's paying the subscription and all that for nothing. So he was like considering getting rid of it. So I suppose it depends where you work too, yeah.
Yeah. I guess that would be
Yeah,
the clientele.
I'd be looking at my clientele if that was the case, and I think I've said before, I don't charge extra for it. I just put my rate up, like in general. So
Yeah.
whether I'm using it or not, I don't care. Whatever you want to do, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a mate with it, and he's got a Nexgen 15, and he, if he's doing a rural job or something, he'll just bang it in because it's easier to work with. But whether or not he gets the extra dollars for using it, it's not always the case. But he loves it, so
Yeah.
I'm not making my day harder because someone wants to save $10 an hour. Like, whatever.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Well, Niggs and the Digs is saying, yeah, you spend 100 grand, you do 100 grand investment on getting it done, and then they only give you $35 an hour increase when you use it, not all the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what happens. All these civil sites are like that. Yeah. They'll only pay you when you use it. Even Lil Matic was saying that. And then R.A. Newland is saying when we bought Uni Control from Command, I'm sure they said it works with a base station as well, with a radio base station. as well with included radio base station different to a total station? He's saying is a base station different to a total station?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
So base station's still for GPS. So if you're working somewhere that has like no reception, or you wanna narrow down your correction. So say you're getting like 30 mil error, you might put a base on, and then you can get that tolerance down. So you'll put that base somewhere on the job, and it'll stay
it's
there the whole
a
time.
fixture for the job.
And you'll use that. The other advantage of a base station is, so when you have a subscription, the subscription or the license is for one. So if you have a base station, you could potentially pay one subscription and put 10 machines on the one base station on a job. So you don't pay the subscription for every machine. So if you had 10 machines, you would be running a base on every job purely to save that money.
Great. Yeah, I didn't know that
that's a very, very, very significant savings by doing that, and that's why a lot of the bigger mobs do it. Whereas me, I'm all around the shop, all by myself all the time. I'm only using one machine at a time, so I don't think I've set up my base. I have worked off one before because the file that I got off the company that I was working for was a like a site cal, so we work off that base, and that's where you get all the corrections from, so that you're talking the same lingo as their machines and everything's in the same spot.
Yeah.
Whereas if I do it, I'd have to do a site cal then, so I'd have to go around to a couple of their surveyor pegs and check my Northings, my Eastings, and my height and all that, like off those pegs. Whereas if I get the site cal file and run off their base, that's already been done.
Yeah. Yeah, so like the GPS base station that's usually mounted like in a permanent position on a site like that, that's already got all of your, it's like that's been calibrated to that site, and then it feeds your position on site from those calculations. So therefore that's why it narrows in on the accuracy.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And like I say, you can run multiple machines off that base without paying the subscriptions.
Yes, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, one of the civil companies I worked for, so they used to have that on top of the site shed all the time. But every night they'd have to take it down and put it away so it doesn't get stolen. Now, every time they put that up in the morning, does that change anything? Like changing it, or does it still just calibrate itself?
No, because you put that back in the exact same spot. So I'm tipping they would have had a threaded rod there, and they would unscrew it off that, and they would screw it back on it. So that goes back in the exact same position every morning. No drama.
Yeah, that's it. We got some answers here. So on TikTok, in the meantime, sorry guys, we've got Booger Beans. I love that name. He's saying $1,400 a year for TopCon.
Does he flick them or eat them?
Yeah, $1,400 a year for TopCon just to run it, and another $1,200 in network fees. There you go. So you still got a bit of an outlay there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then so RA Newlands is saying so it makes sense if everyone's off the same base, everyone's off the same data or datum to improve accuracy. Yeah. So the whole site is running off the same thing. Yeah. No, good. Good. Yeah. There you go.
So there's no 100 mil George around here.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Everyone's on the same.
Until someone selects the wrong bucket, then you could have fuck knows how much error.
Yeah, that's right. The angry operator saying nobody cares about TopCon. Yeah, he's not a big TopCon fan, as I've seen in some of his videos. Yeah, that's right. Oh man.
Well, for me, for the future, it's just whoever's doing a good product at an affordable price. Like, this shit used to be 70 grand, and now you've got, companies like Moasure doing it for like a fraction of the cost, and it's sometimes a better product. So
yeah.
When the time comes, it's just a matter of who's doing it, and how user friendly is the software, what's it reliability like, after sales service, and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. Yeah.
TopCon used to be the monopoly, and then they didn't want to advance with the times, and they're getting outdone by the little guys.
Yeah. A lot of them popping up. Yeah, there you go. But then you got to be careful too that like you say, that they can offer you the support after. That's right.
I'll admit, Trimble was my first pick.
Yeah.
I paid for it.
Yeah.
It was never going to come. It was during COVID and all that sort of stuff. It was, they said it would be 8 weeks. We got through 8 weeks. We got 12 weeks. Then it was 9 months. Then it was going to be
Jesus.
12 months, and then I was just like, I'll have my money back and I'll go elsewhere.
Yeah.
That's
You seem pretty happy with Moba though?
100%. Yep. I would buy it every day of the week until the
till next one.
time come where I had a road grader, and you can't have Moba on a road grader, so potentially I would swap.
Yeah,
And I think that's
that's
probably,
fair.
without hanging shit on them, I think that's probably the reason their growth isn't as big as anything else. It's not because their product's no good, it's because they don't offer a whole range. So, like, if you're a big mob that's got 100 machines and you've got 5 road graders, 20 dozers, and 50 fucking diggers, you're not going to go buy Moba because you want something that runs on everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
So,
Yeah.
like your big players like Trimble, that like you put it on your grader, you put it on your dozer, you put it on your digger, you put it on whatever you want. It's all the same shit. You can swap screens out of machines and pull parts, whatever. Like, so that's probably the reason that, like a lot of people say, oh, I haven't heard of them. And that's probably the reason why, because Caterpillar's not bringing it out, and they never will, because Caterpillar owns 51% of Trimble.
Yeah, that's it.
But the minute that's on
it's on the list.
the minute that is offered, it'll go bananas. You watch.
He said,
John Deere grader.
Moba's just answered that. Yeah, the grader is on the list. There you go. He's saying no offense. Little Matt equals bagging the Moba screen, saying it's a little bit like an old Galactica game. But he said no offense.
He needs to update. Get the 10-inch part.
Yeah. There's a new screen.
Be able to tell the difference.
Yeah, if you see
Galactica
the new
was
screen,
sick, by the way.
Yeah, Galactica was a good game. Yeah, no, the screens are different now, though. Yeah, they are definitely. Yeah. Check out Moba stuff, man. You got to check it out.
The new screen might look very similar to something that starts with T.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What did Machine Control say? Machine Control is saying Macon can cause what? Macon use a Trimble calibrator, Trimble DC or like a lock file, so it can work with all files. Or maybe he's talking about Moba.
No, he's saying Macon, which is another GPS brand, which he sells.
I haven't even heard of that.
Which I'm pretty sure Jimmy Starbucks got a couple of them bad boys. So he's saying that they can use any of those files. So, like, if you get a Trimble file, I can't put that directly into my Moba machine. I have to get that converted, which is no drama. That's not a problem. You just send it off to Moba and they send it back to you 20 minutes later. Not a big deal. But he must be saying that you must be able to just jam that straight into your Macon.
Probably make things easier. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And Booger Beans is saying Trimble can be a disaster to upload remotely. There you go. So everyone's got their own little things, man. Not every system can be perfect. And the angry operator is saying, but Starbucks also runs Sandy Diggers. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh man. Oh,
I'd probably run one too if they were free.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, man.
Was gonna ask, but I think I already knew.
Yeah. That's there's got to be some deals going on there.
Good deal.
So
that's a good deal.
Good, man. Good. Yeah. If you're getting stuff out of it, good on him. I am going to call it an evening because, believe it or not, I have to go and operate tomorrow. I'm going to be on the machine. So I haven't been on the machine since December, man. That's bad. I'm itching to get out and do something. So I will be working and I'll be posting some videos of that. So
you'll have to log in for some lessons.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I might have to log in for some advice. How do I start this thing again?
Yeah.
What do I do here? So no, I've got to go and then I'll be there for a few days. So I'll be posting from there hopefully. If there's reception, it's out. It's a bit further out, so I don't know if there's going to be reception there actually, but we'll see how we go.
Make sure you got UTS then.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I have to use GPS, UTS. I don't know what I'm going to be using there. I think it's actually on a little 1.8. So
you'll have to take your own almond latte in a travel cup. You won't be able to get one out there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Yeah, they'll say, "What's that? What is that?" Yeah, no nut juice there, mate. Just strict coffee, if they even have one there. I don't even know. No, I will have to call it. It's already 9:40. Gee, we've done well tonight. But really good topics, really good topics. Good feedback from everyone. Good input from you guys. I do appreciate having everyone on here. If anyone that is listening hasn't gone and bought merch yet, go and get yourself some merch. See this stuff here. Look at this. Look at what the boys are wearing.
Yeah.
Representing.
Get your gears out.
That's it. go to the Earthworks Hub website, www.earthworkshub.com.au. Get yourself some merch there. You'll see you can add your businesses on there. There's different events, jobs, all sorts of stuff on there, tip sites. If you want to add your own stuff in there, you can as well, so people can use your services. Thank you to all my sponsors. You'll see a list of those as well. They're all on the front page of the website, so thank you to those. Some of them are on here tonight. And thank you to everyone on TikTok and Instagram for joining. So once again, we've cracked the code. We've got everyone here. The next thing is going to be, the next level will be getting YouTube Live and Facebook Live all on at once. So I'm working on it. I'm working on that. Everyone's saying thank you for the live session. Yeah, no, it's good. It's a good turnout. Thank you so much. Here every Sunday, Melbourne time, 8 p.m. Just like these gentlemen here have joined, everyone's free to join. Usually we have like a topic, but lately I've been doing it like this and just going. What do you guys think? Is it better when we just play it by ear? Like, do you prefer if I have an actual topic, or are you happy to just talk like this always? I think it works out just as well,
You're
doesn't it?
trying to you're trying to help people, I suppose. So you just got to do what they ask, I suppose. Having a topic can narrow it down a fair bit, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I'll always have something as a backup anyway, just in case it gets quiet. But
I think
usually people,
you do your targeted ones like your maintenance matters and whatever else you're doing.
yeah,
But yeah, I think the other ones you should just let people ask what they want to
yeah.
ask.
No, fantastic. That's the whole point of it, I suppose. Yeah, getting everyone to connect and ask questions and that. Yeah, so if you do have a topic you want us to cover anyway, or questions apart from here, send them to me and I'll put them up for the next show. Or join us and then ask while you're live. If you want to join us, feel free. If you want to be a guest and do a personal podcast as well, hit me up and we'll do something. If you want us to do product reviews or something like that, we can do that too, man. So anything to do with helping the industry, helping everyone.
We'd love to demo a D11 or something. That'd be cool.
There you go.
Yes.
That would be good.
Yes,
Yeah,
I will
definitely.
come to that, please.
There you
sir.
go.
Or a 963 track loader for you, Shane.
Yeah. Oh, mate, I want to get in the drop so
Yeah.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
you were saying
obsessing
that.
over them at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
get
that'd be good.
fixated on things. I'm like, I'm targeting golf courses. I had my first little taste, and I'm like, what else can I put out there? Maybe I'll target drop and get my bum in one of them.
What's that?
What do you got here?
What's that
Yeah,
say?
what do you
I
got? Come
shouldn't.
on.
I shouldn't do that.
I missed it. Go
So,
ahead,
no,
do
it's
it
all
again.
right. No, you're allowed to miss it.
Yeah.
Oh, you
It's
know
all right.
what? Hey, I'll post this up anyway, so
Watch
we
it
can
back.
always go
Watch it
back.
back.
Yeah, we can always. Anyone
Uh,
that did miss any of the show and wants to hear more, or go back and listen to it, these are all posted up as well. Yeah, so you just go to YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and all these are up there as well. So,
I just wanted to
thank you.
say quickly, Ivan, I don't think there's been an episode you've put out where I haven't learned something. So yeah, whether you've got a topic or a guest or not, it's always informative. So I'm learning every time I'm listening to these. I'm learning something.
Legend,
Good
man,
stuff.
legend. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, man. Thank you.
So mate, thank you.
Beautiful. Oh, here we
And Jack.
go. Yeah,
There you
and
go.
Jack.
Thank
Yeah.
you, Jack.
Well, look,
Yeah.
you know what? You guys make the program, man. Everyone,
I don't
your
know about
comments and your input,
that.
it makes it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good's this. We'll be there at DDT.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that, Ross.
Yeah.
We'll be there.
DDT,
You
we will
might
be
be able
seeing
to.
you.
It's probably nearly the wrong colour yellow, but I'll have a
Yeah.
go in it.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I was there. I had some go. I had a go with Ashton. Actually, gave me some goes in the what was it in the 138. I think I was in the 223, whatever. I think I had a
Be
go.
keen to have a go in one of them 138s. Actually, they're the new ones. I haven't had a crack in one of them yet. I've driven the old one, but
Yeah, I did a little video while I was there on their new. He showed me how to use their new system and all that. I can't remember what it was called now, but it was good, really good, man. So yeah, definitely Ashton will come and see you, man.
I can't say anything, so I'm just going to nod and say yes. I'll be there
Yeah,
also.
interesting. Yeah, interesting. All right, no, good. It worked
Right.
out well, man. I'm really happy, really happy. Another good episode. I hope everyone's enjoying it. If you want to hear more, always come on here Monday 8 o'clock p.m. or look out for ones that I do during the week because I do other
Sunday, bro.
podcasts. Yeah, but
Sunday.
what did I say?
You said
Yeah.
Monday.
Oh gosh, Sunday. I read
he's
someone sing. Someone
cooked
said
it already.
Someone said it's a
Someone get him
Monday.
off. He's
Adios.
cooked.
Yeah. Dude, you got to go
No
to work
adios.
in 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm gonna go. All right, guys. Let's finish this. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thanks to everyone for joining. We'll see you all
See you
on
guys.
Mate.
the next
See
episode.
ya.
See you guys.
See you, boys.
Bye.